like OPSEC is
How
100.
did that guy keep his job?
Well,
I
He
mean,
did.
that's just
I don't think
well,
he did.
and think of how big that thing is, and just nobody can even remember it now because so much horrible stuff is.
Oh, I know. It's like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, but this screenshot's gonna haunt you for your life, though.
no, yeah, okay. So
Yes.
now we are live again. So the whole point I was trying to tell you this story was the fact that my son, if so, I apologize, everybody. This is the second shot at this, basically because of the fact that we just had an internet glitch. Let's just call it that, and we'll just move on. Um, so thank you. This is the weekly Alaboom, September 17th, 2025, and we were talking football. My son was doing his techniques for the line today, and the top team coach came and told him that like he's like he told him your technique is on par or better than anybody else. He said you need to gain weight because he's just a beanpole. He's like he's like 170 pounds and he's almost as tall as I am. And so
170? And he needs to
what?
gain more weight at 170?
Yeah, he said basically because to play line, he
What is
needs
it,
to get
6'1"?
he's hair under me. He's like 5'11" and a half. He's just a hair underneath me. So and mind you, he's 13. He's gonna turn 14 here in less than a month. So he's theoretically gonna get taller. But anyway, so he so his mother ordered him this giant vat of weight gain powder, and I was looking at the things, and it was like you take 4 scoops and put it in a giant glass of milk, and you mix it all up, and it's like 1,600 calories, and it's
Oh
In
my
one
like
glass?
in one glass, and it's
Oh
like
my word.
264 grams of carbs, and it's
That's more than
just
my entire day.
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was just.
I'm trying to be under 1500 a day.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
mine's
just
1429 for
I
me.
mean, he
Wow.
goes to the gym 3 times a week. He's got football practice every day after school, and plus he's growing like a
What's
weed.
in
So
it?
I can go get the giant
No, don't.
canister.
I'll look it up. You don't need to do it. I'll look it
It's
up.
just his whole body is like a little fusion reactor right now. Anything he eats is just getting chewed up and spit out.
What's it
So
called? Weight gain
I
2000?
don't know. I'd have to go look at it. It's some giant vat of it that when it showed up. But anyway, uh
The creatine.
going to Scott, Football U, live on Kickstarter right now. Give us your 5 minute speech about it, buddy.
Well, so Football U, the premise is that you are running a college football program, and you run the team over 3 seasons. You're recruiting players to your school. You're trying to take your sort of up and coming school and make it a national powerhouse. You're competing against the other players to draft those recruits. And then you play a bunch of really quick games against each of the other people per season. And each one of those games is decided with a single roll of the dice is like one of our big like selling points that you get to simulate games real fast. And they're very exciting. It's a lot of dice chucking. And we think it's like just like a really nice sort of combination of chaos and fun, but it's still a lot of like tactical and strategic elements to it. And it's pretty cool if I do say so myself.
It is a wonderful marriage of classic Euro mechanisms, such as like a time mechanism you find in Thieves or Kraftwagen, with drafting cards onto your tableau, using synergies within cards to open up different powers and abilities that you have. The classic, do I spend a lot of time now to complete this, knowing that my opponents are going to get to go 2 or 3 more times before I get to go again? So you have to use your time wisely, if you will. And then you get to roll dice.
Yeah,
And
we all like dice.
and there's mitigation. I mean, so like you always you can get these little cards that basically let you re-roll dice, and like you'll always end up with like, oh, I've got 1 time left, but I can't, I have to like
Yeah.
I don't have anything else I can do with it. So,
So
you know, I
I'll
might
grab
as well just
a game
I,
plan.
yeah, I'll grab a game plan so I can re-roll my dice. So you can mitigate your luck, you know, a little bit, which is important, you know. So um I mean it's just it's fun, doesn't overstay its welcome, you know, it's and it is one of those things where even the solo mode is really clever, and now that you told me that the guy who designed it is a guy who kind of like makes solo, kind of specializes in that kind of solo mode-esque type of game, then that makes sense to me now
Yeah,
because
that's his whole business, and the whole reason that he didn't publish it to begin with himself, and that's Gabe Barrett, if that name means anything to anyone. He runs Board Game Design Lab, and Best with One Games, and he's a former college football player himself.
Is he really?
Yeah, yeah, played for Auburn, played with I think with Cam Newton for a year.
Wow.
ah hmm.
Um, yeah, and apparently he'd been sitting on this game for a long time because once I guess it was like during the pandemic he found that there was a big demand for these solo games, and so he just made that like the emphasis of in like the identity of his brand. But he had this game sitting there, and this was actually one of the first ones he designed, so it was like very near and dear to his heart because it was like the topic that he was super familiar with. And it wasn't until we sort of connected about our baseball game, Bat Flip Dynasty, that he was like, "Hey, I think this is kind of like the same vibe." And it turned out that it was, and it really was the kind of the same thing that we like to do, which is take a game like baseball or football in this case and just like really distill things down, distill, to the point where it's not trying to be a simulation really, but it still feels like baseball and it feels like football.
Hmm.
Um, but it gives the players more agency than you might get in like something like a simulation.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of, I mean, I remember playing uh Stratomatic football and baseball constantly when I was
Hmm.
younger. I mean, and that's more of a strict simulation type of
Yeah,
thing. But yeah.
but it's the predecessor of all the games like these though.
And what stuns me is that Stratomatic has been going on since, like, I mean, I'm sure it's the 60s for the first time that ever got made, right? I don't know. I could look it up, I suppose, but that seems like a lot of effort. But it's one of those things where how much does their NFL license cost? I mean, the NFL is like it's a and for that Major League Baseball, it's such a billion. Is it just like this? Yeah, is it in perpetuity? They give us a couple $1,000 and we just get to make this game because Stratomatic's been making that stuff forever. And the weird thing about that too is that there's other games that are licensed as well, like APA football,
Hmm.
Pro Football Phantasm, Stratomatic. I mean, there's all these, and it isn't like a video game where it was like, oh, we're the only ones that can make the NFL. You know, is it just? It's probably because it's just so small. And I guess that's the only thing I can think of
Yeah,
that
sort of a niche thing.
it
So I'm
is.
actually going to get out of your hair.
No,
For just
you're not in our hair at all. But I appreciate you
Well, what
coming
I
by,
mean is
man.
I'm going to go to bed.
Oh
I gotta
well,
get up
Are
early
you
for school
Eastern
tomorrow.
time, Scott?
I'm sorry?
Are you Eastern?
Yeah, I'm Eastern.
Yeah, me too. I need to go to bed soon too.
Yeah.
But first, for those of you who missed the original take of this, I believe Lance said that this was the only game he ever played that was better than the Battlestar Galactica game.
Oh, wow.
You'll never get to hear
Oh,
that quote
I
though
mean,
because it got
yeah.
erased.
I mean,
And
I
also,
mean, facts.
yeah, I want to leave you with my list of 10 fantasy movies before I get out of here.
No, you can't, because then that ruins it. I mean, I
Well,
wanna. I mean,
I'm gonna be gone.
because we gotta go from
Put
like.
them in the chat, and then we
If you
can
put it in the chat,
Yeah, yeah, okay. I'll put them in the
we'll
chat,
state
and
them
you
out.
can
Yeah,
reveal them later.
we
we
will.
can reveal them in real
While he's
time.
typing that, I don't know if you talked about it. Since Scott in his background has got TI, did you see the news that they're bringing a PC version of TI to market?
I did not.
Yeah,
That's pretty tight.
I'm like, huh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
All
That
right.
will be interesting. Well, Scott, good luck with the rest of the way. If you want to come back on any Wednesday night, you just let me know, and then you're more than
I certainly
welcome.
will. This has been a blast. I'm going to sit here silently for a second as I type up this 10 off of my little napkin here. But for all intents and purposes, imagine me gone and have a great night. Thanks for talking with me,
The
guys.
best
I had a
lists
Great
blast.
to see
are
you,
written
Scott.
on napkins.
I said napkin. It's really an envelope.
If a National Basketball Association team can be fined millions of dollars and lose multiple draft picks over things written on a bar napkin, then I think it's a pretty powerful thing. That would be the Timberwolves who who wrote down on a napkin how they were going to cheat the league out of its to try to figure out a way to sign a player and figure out a way to pay him under the table, and somebody kept
Oh,
the
that was
bar napkin.
Kawhi or something.
No, it was like this is years ago.
Oh, but
Uh,
there's something new like that too, recently.
yeah, but it's just like, why would you write it on a bar napkin? So if we did this is how we're gonna cheat the thing. Should we throw that away? Nah, just leave it there. Idiots. All right. Well, I mean, hey, we had a lot of fun last week when we talked about our top 10 rock bands of all
Indeed,
time.
we do.
We had spirited discussion, and much to Aldi's suggestion, uh, he said sci-fi and fantasy movies, and I using my brilliant ability of being in charge, um, I narrowed that down to just fantasy movies, because if you include sci-fi movies, all of a sudden you got all the Star Warses and the Star Trekses and things like
That is
that.
science fantasy, though.
So I think like next week we'll do science fiction movies, but I think I'm gonna have the caveat of with no Star Wars and no Star Trek allowed. It's got to be
Delete.
like,
Fair enough.
yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
can
the rest.
say
Yeah.
normally Empire Strikes Back would be my number one, but and so on and so forth. Um, hold on, I gotta grab a soda or a drink of some sort. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, there's 10 from me. And have a great night, gentlemen. Thanks
Later.
for letting me hang
See
out
you,
with
Scott.
you. I just got to figure out how to get out of this thing. There we go.
Yeah,
Bye.
Yeah.
So we're going to QsCon. I'm going to QsCon tomorrow, and I'm bringing 5 of these to give away. Basically,
Oh,
I did little books that have a little dot grid.
Cool.
I just threw all of them on the floor. They have like a little dot grid on them, and then at the bottom they have all our like 30 different UX tips for board games.
oh, that's cool. I love dot grid notebooks.
Yeah, these are like 3x5. They're pretty awesome.
I'll go
Company
to
out in
I don't think I've ever
Oregon.
had a dot grid notebook.
I use them for like if I'm playing like a solo dungeon crawler. They're really good to make isometric maps.
Yeah. And they're really good just to do whatever you want on them because like they're not lined. They just give you a structure if you need them. Where did Scott
Yeah.
go? Scott left. See, I'm trying to explain to Scott, but he's fucking gone.
Well, Scott's like that though.
He is. He'll be back.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
I'll go to Michael's like around the holidays when they have all the good coupons, and I'll get those leather bound dot grid journals, and
yeah.
I'll just wear them out. Like this one's the spine's busted, and I'm just too lazy to give it up. So it's just
Yeah. One year when I was still freelancing, I had one of my clients, I was still just working in restaurants, and one of my clients was this burger chain, and I ended up doing a custom Moleskine notebook for them. And they tipped in a little custom front page that they printed out, and I hand lettered it all and I said, money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a Works burger, and that's pretty close to the same thing, or that's almost the same thing, or something like that. It was fun.
A Works burger.
The Works is the name of the restaurant.
Oh, I gotcha.
They had like 70 different burgers on their menu. One of my favorites was the Hold the Phone, which had peanut butter on it and a chipotle.
Is that burger restaurant up at the Gathering? Is that burger place that makes the peanut butter hamburger still up there?
Don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
What's the name of that place, Scott, that makes peanut butter hamburgers?
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but I think it is still there.
Just check something really here. Make sure I have all my.
Yeah, huh?
All right. I have my top 10 list from the home office, Tacoma, Washington.
Where
Chad
was
got
the home office?
Chad got the reference.
Where was the home office?
David Letterman reference?
That's
Yeah,
those-
David Letterman. It moved around, but one year it was Tacoma, Washington, from the home office in Tacoma, Washington.
Late night talk shows. How quaint.
Yeah, I know.
The
I know.
thing of the
They had
past.
those?
Yes.
I used to like the late night scare cam.
Was it Flip Burger?
Oh, the late night scare cam. That's a
Where was
great
that
memory.
place that we went with Arnaud?
The pizza place?
No, the burger place.
Oh yeah, what was the name of that place?
It was really good.
Up in Lewiston.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
All right, here's
And,
my number 10.
Okay.
Here's my number 10, and I'm going to, and this is the one that I know is going to be controversial. There's going to be some of you that are going to say, maybe it won't be one of the people here, but it'll be somebody in the comments or somebody in the peanut gallery or whatever. And fantasy,
Mhm.
my number 10. Heavy metal. First one.
Yeah.
Uh,
I guess it's
see, that's
yeah,
why.
it's sci-fi in my mind.
However, the overarching story is very much fantasy. The final portion is absolutely a fantasy. It is straight out of pulp novels from the 60s and the 70s. I remember as a kid catching that on HBO and just like, wow, you can draw naked girls in cartoons, and just like the B-17 one just scared the crap out of me. That one was just I mean, and it was probably in a lot of ways the best one, right? It was so now it is so nihilistic, right? I mean, it's just like the fact that they just it's super violent, super bloody, nobody gets to live,
Relax, Charlie. I got an angle.
I got an angle, the best thing we can hope for is to have you buried in an unmarked grave so they don't molest your body.
Not unless you count the time that you're around their preschooler's prostitute ring.
Yeah. I mean, all of the stories, I mean, and like obviously the John Candy voice.
John Candy was one of the voices, right?
Yeah, he
One
voiced
of the ninja
Dan.
robot, the fucking coke snorting robot.
Well, no, he's also the barbarian. Back home, I was nothing, but here I'm Den. You know, because he gets into the body of of the like basically like kind of barbarian-esque guy, and
right.
Yeah, so heavy metal, absolutely amazing. The good thing is they never made a sequel.
That's not true.
Obviously the music is freaking amazing too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love the music so much I learned how to play that Sammy Hagar song from it.
There you go. The Lochnar.
Did
The Lochnar.
heavy metal, it spawned like subsequent Fire and Ice was after heavy metal, wasn't it? Because of that, you remember Fire and Ice?
You remember Wizard?
Yes, I remember Fire and Ice play.
Very similar to it.
Wizards might even be on somebody's list.
What
Who
was
knows?
Fire and Ice?
Yeah, Wizards
Fire
is
and Ice is
Mark Bodie.
another really good one, but I remember I after I watched Fire and Ice, my next I remember like thinking how am I going to use this in D&D when I run things. It was like Bakshi and Frank Frazetta, and
yeah.
but I did decide um at that moment that every single character I made would be called Dark Wolf for about a year because he was super cool in Fire and
Speaking
Ice.
of
But
Frazetta, did you see that Frazetta piece went in auction this week? It's over like $3.1 million.
I believe it.
Crazy.
I definitely saw Wizards when I was too young on the basis that it was clearly a cartoon when I picked it up in the video store.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, my number 10 is I was a big Rutger Hauer fan when I was young.
Wow, you can still be a Rutger Hauer fan
I'm
if
a
you want
Rucker
to.
Howard fan.
Yeah, I don't know, but especially when I was young, and I think this film was very seminal in my growing up. Lady Hawk.
Mm,
I never saw it.
Michelle
really?
Pfeiffer,
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick. It was just the right mix of action and comedy. It was good.
I feel like I should have seen it.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Uh, what I what I always like kind of like made me go, what is going on? Like I remember like going and seeing that movie and there's the moment where like the sun's going down, so
Yeah.
like one of them is changing and one of them isn't, and they're just like looking at each other right next to each other. Like I was like, why don't you just touch each other right now? Like like just like because you couldn't be, I mean, it just seemed like it was
Didn't they have like did they have
overwrought.
like 1 hour overlap? Or
Well,
no?
yeah, I
5 minutes.
yeah, it was something where, but obviously yeah, it was really well done. I agree that the whole thing was super cool. A very young uh Matthew Broderick,
Hmm.
and yeah, I mean it was on my list. It didn't crack my top 10, but it was on my list.
Well, I forgot about it. And my actual top 10 I had listed here was Groundhog Day.
Hmm. So,
But
this is that it's definitely a fantastical story.
yeah, and I had a hard time figuring out what I was trying to define as fantasy.
And so, yeah, and I won't deny, and actually, before anybody else come on in the now deleted section, we were talking about it, and Scott and I actually did discuss Groundhog's Day, and we discussed whether or not that would be a fantasy story. And like for both of us, it didn't quite make it just because it was so rooted in like the real world type of thing.
Mhm.
But it definitely has fantasy elements. I'm not gonna deny your ability to add that to your list. I mean, I think
I have one on my list that is similar in ideology of a fantastic story, and we'll get to it later. Uh, but I do have one in similar vein. So
What's your number 10, Chad?
my number 10 is Dracula Untold. A lot of people don't like that film. They think it's boring. I think it is a great film.
I don't know it.
I don't know it at all.
I forgot who's in it. It's basically Vlad the
it's so
Impaler.
good. I forgot who was in it.
Who's in it?
Yeah. Well, the story is like there's Vlad the Impaler. There's a army invading the country. They kill his family. He wants to get him. They destroy his army. They kill his family. He wants vengeance. He gets chased into the mountains, and he goes into the cave where there's Nosferatu in the cave. He says, "Are you willing to give up everything to get vengeance?" And he basically sells his soul, and then he becomes like the first vampire, or what we suppose is the first vampire, and he just wrecks hell over everything. And I thought it was a great film.
Hmm. Saw it.
Mhm.
Never even heard of it, but it sounds good.
It is a very
I'm a Bram
it's a very
Stoker.
good popcorny movie. Just something fun to watch. And
Is it horror? It's fantasy.
it because and that's a thing, because it is vampires, you would think it's going to be horror based, but it's not really. It's very much, this sort of like vengeance story, and this guy just selling his soul, and it's all fantasy based and blah 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 blah. Blah. So that's why it's on the list. But, of my 5 minute list of fantasy movies I could watch anytime. So number 10.
Fair. I'll allow it. Andrew.
Army of Darkness.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
I've
Mhm.
never seen it.
Yeah, I
Pretty
like
great
the most out of that series,
trilogy.
and it's arguably the others are horror movies, and I think this one is,
It has horror elements,
yeah.
but it's medieval fantasy.
Said you'd
And
love me
comedy.
forever, baby. You got real ugly.
That's pillow talk. That's pillow talk. Yeah, there's some funny stuff in that movie.
It definitely allowed Bruce Campbell to be very Bruce Campbell. Like, I mean, it just allowed him to just chew the scenery. And no, I mean, I it didn't make my list, and honestly, I kind of blanked it out. I don't know it. I don't know if it would have made my list anyway if I hadn't blanked it out. But I there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing. I remember watching that for the very first time and thinking this is hilarious,
Yeah.
and highly enjoyable. So, what was it? When they're being led off to be like executed or whatever, and he says, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I am Lord John, whatever of the third of the mighty." Well, hello, Mister Fancy
Fancy Pants.
Pants. He says. Just yeah, and then it ends in a totally grim, like. They were supposed to come out with another movie, but obviously that never happened. So,
Yeah.
But which is too bad
It is
because it
was a good setup.
it was a very good setup, one that they could have built on a lot. Well, I'll go with my number 9,
Well,
and this.
I hear my number 10.
Oh, I thought you already said yours. Sorry, I
I
apologize.
said nothing. By the way, Scott's number 10 is The Never Ending Story,
There you go.
not the other Scott.
Yeah. My favorite thing I ever read about the Neverending Story was like, it was like Neverending Story 4. I guess they weren't kidding.
I think it was for me that, well, I don't want to bag on that, but it was a little too childish for me. Like
It was
a little too.
It was like
children's.
PG-13. So.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it.
No.
It didn't get to the top 10.
I just find it's funny these days. You can get an RTX model of that whole scene of the swamp and the horse, and that's like, man,
Where it's
why
being,
would you put a model of
where the horse is getting
the horses in the mud?
underneath?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, my number 10 is The Hobbit, Ralph Bakshi.
Oh, the cartoon.
Remember the cartoon Hobbit?
Good number 10.
I watched it so many times as a kid. I just love it.
So
Still watch it.
what,
Even the goofy music.
no, I like it a lot too. I actually, so I had a flight a week or so ago, and
And it was on
nope,
on demand.
it was a very short flight, and they didn't have Wi-Fi or you couldn't watch movies for free on your
Okay.
ticket. And so I had to go with one of the like 3 movies that I have saved on my phone,
Okay.
and it was Hobbit animated movie that
Cool.
I went with. Because yeah. And in fact, well, I don't have my phone. Yeah.
What's the voice of that movie? It was the guy that did the Grinch stuff. What's his name? Anybody know?
Not
Oh,
offhand.
You're a foul one, Mr. Grinch.
Not important.
Not important. It was
John-
important to him.
John Huston did voice. Oh, again, it was Gandalf, but he was kind of I think he was the narrator also.
I mean, was it John Huston?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm looking at it on Wikipedia. I thought he did the Grinch too, but maybe not.
I there's which John? Are you talking John Huston from
1977 Hobbit.
1977 Hobbit? John
Oh,
Huston.
Bass and Rankin, not Bakshi. Yeah.
Hobbit,
Hold on.
1977.
Voice cast. John Huston is Gandalf and narrator.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's well, okay. I guess I could see it now if I think about it, but I remember seeing that also on like HBO and stuff like that, and I always wanted it to be more, right? Like it just like it didn't. It felt like they just skipped over so much stuff, and they did. They did feel like, and then
Oh
especially
no, they
also,
did, of course, but it was just, it was cut down. Like I read
have
the
you
book and
ever?
I was like, wow, the book is so much better than the movie.
So the YouTube channel Folding Ideas, who did like a few years ago did a fantastic long essay about NFTs and crypto. Um, he did a really really good deep dive into Ralph Bakshi, the person, and talked about like just where that guy's ideas and where his things come from. Um, Folding Ideas, Ralph Bakshi documentary, watch it. And he talks a lot about how much he had to work to get like both the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings movies out, and how difficult it was to get that done, and
Interesting.
how what an insane crazy person
was
Bakshi
he
was
related
as
to the
well.
Hobbit too? Because I know he did the Lord of the Rings and stuff, but I wasn't sure if he was part of the Hobbit.
Maybe he didn't do it, but I mean,
Yeah,
I might be
I always thought it was,
misremembering.
but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Rankin Bass, but yeah. So, well, yeah, okay. So there you go. But he died. But he does talk about like getting those things made into movies and how difficult they were. Worth the thing. Okay, my number 9. And I remember when this movie came out, I was like, I want to go see that. Then I didn't go see it in the movie theater. And then I was like, I gotta wait for her to watch it. And then I remember I bought the DVD, and then the DVD sat on my shelf for like the longest time. And then finally I took it down and I watched it, and I was like, well, that was stupid. I should have watched this a long time ago because it's really, really good. And that is Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth.
That was on my
Never
stand.
saw it. I always wanted to see it, never did.
You
And
still
then I
can.
heard,
And
then I heard it was about. Yeah, okay.
nobody deleted it. You still can. And it is a fantastic fairy tale slash, a
Isn't it like, I don't know, whatever.
it's set in
I don't want to
1944
say anything
Spain.
about it.
No,
Yeah.
it's set in 1944 Spain,
But isn't it a
which
challenging subject matter?
it has challenging subject matter because it
Okay.
has a lot to do with the fascist government that was in place in Spain at that time. And it had, but it is a super super. I mean, the um all of the stuff that he did with that. I mean, it makes me so mad that he didn't do more of the Hellboys after he did the first Hellboy, and I was like,
Mhm.
that was really really good, and I just felt like he could have done so much more with that subject matter. But Pan's Labyrinth, um, when I was thinking about this, I was like, oh man, I haven't watched that movie in a while, and I gotta go find my DVD because I couldn't find it streaming on anything that I owned. So I gotta go dig dig out my DVDs and play it because it's been so long since I've seen that. So and then number 9 for Scott was Shrek, which yeah.
Yeah. Shrek is good.
My number 9
A lot of
is
laughs on Shrek.
The Prestige.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
obviously,
underrated. Definitely underrated.
definitely
Yeah, I really
underrated.
It came
enjoyed
out at a
it.
weird time because there was that Prestige and then the other
The
one,
Illusionist.
the Illusionist, and the Illusionist not great.
Yeah, Edward
Prestige
Norton.
was the better movie
Yeah,
for sure. But it was, I think it was a slow burn.
it
Mhm.
was, but I think I really enjoyed the darkness of it
Yeah.
and
David
just
Bowie.
the like I often when there's a hook, when there's a reveal, I'm like fucking hook, line, and sinker. Like Sixth Sense, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You were
am. I am
blindsided.
along for the ride every single time.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's a pretty good reveal in that movie, though.
It was, yeah.
uh, Sixth Sense was somebody told me there was a twist before they didn't tell me what it was, and
You were looking for it.
so I was looking for it, and it kind of
You got it early, or
yeah, I got it really early.
that's too bad. I
Yeah,
did not. It was one of those. What? Yeah.
yeah, yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Prestige was good. Um, yeah, I mean,
Definitely underrated.
and yeah, I mean, this is you can't because there's a chance nobody's seen it, and so you don't want to give anything away. But I mean, I absolutely had like, really, what, really? Okay, okay. I'm not gonna stand over here like Andy and say, "Oh, I just picked it up right away. I just knew it." You know, I'm not.
No, I didn't get the Prestige one right away. That certainly got me.
The clues were there, though.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
All right. Number 9,
number 9,
Legend, Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise and
Nine.
Legend,
and yeah, I love
and
it. I don't know why I love it. Everybody, I think it was like panned badly.
I like it.
I
No,
always
but I just do like it. I like it too. I mean, it's just
Tim Curry, man.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry as basically the devil.
Yeah.
Um, didn't make my
Just
list.
so
Didn't
yeah,
make
over
my
the
list,
top.
but definitely, I'll always remember the line of one of the goblins when he's talking about the elf maiden. Or, she's so beautiful, I could eat her brains like jam.
Right. Yeah,
It's
there's some
just
weird
like,
stuff in that movie.
yeah,
And those elves or what were the pixies or whatever they were.
Mhm.
yeah.
So it was hard fantasy for sure.
Oh
Would you
yeah,
watch? Would you
absolutely.
watch it again today?
I haven't seen it lately, so maybe I mean I'll put it on and see if I still like it, but I do remember liking it for a while.
I know it's not like fantasy, it's more like sci-fi fantasy, but I probably watch Ready Player One 3 or 4 times a year.
oh wow.
It is really rewatchable.
How much
I
Is that
the
your
one
9?
the
Or
one thing. So there's two things. I mean,
probably 9 is your prestige.
minor spoiler of Ready Player One. Oh yeah, this is like the 7,000th time we've run this race and nobody's figured out how to beat it yet, huh? And he's the one who goes, "What if I went backwards?" No, no, I know gamers.
No, yeah,
You
it's
you
very,
would you
it's
would you
very
would get
ungamer.
you would get so bored of the fact that, like, yeah, I'll go run that race again. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking go backwards. You know, just like fuck it. I've lost 6,000 times in a row.
Well, I think in the book it was so expensive to run that race though that you didn't want to waste your money on it, if I recall
Maybe.
correctly.
I
Because
don't know.
they sort of took the whole money part out of the movie, like the credits or whatever it was. Just the
Yeah. I do remember I remember like when he talked about um like, you know, when the person that created the race talked about how lonely he was. I remember feeling sad. I was just like, oh, like, I'm supposed to be enjoying this, but instead now we're having this basically this ghoul like telling me about just like how he wasted his life, and you're just kind of
right.
like, oh well, that's depressing. Thanks, thanks, show, for making me feel bad about this guy who doesn't exist. But yeah, anyway, so good movie though. I mean, I highly entertaining, and when they all of a sudden cut to the whole stuff about The Shining, I was like, oh man, this is awesome.
Whose number 9 was that?
No, that wasn't. I just it was
It was just an aside. Okay.
an
Oh,
aside.
okay.
My number 9 was was
Prestige.
Prestige.
The
Uh,
Prestige.
My number 9 is D&D, Honor Among Thieves.
I
Okay.
really enjoyed that movie. That was a
Ooh.
good movie.
Yeah, I think I probably left that off by accident.
I left it off
Pretty good
mine
movie.
too.
I thought about it, but there was just more nostalgia for the other ones. That was a really enjoyable movie.
I'm really annoyed there's not a sequel.
Yep.
I mean,
And
it's really good.
considering how much Forgotten Realms canon is in that movie for like hardcore nerds.
I guess it didn't do well. Box office.
It didn't do well enough. It
Yeah.
made money, but it didn't make enough money.
Didn't make the billions. Made millions.
I mean, the problem is that there were way too many, people of my age that were like, "Fuck this! I'm not going to this fucking garbage movie." There's too much of that. There were, yeah, absolutely. People were fucking bashing on that movie before it even came out. They're like, "Oh, it's gonna be like." I'll say this, man. When I walked out that movie, my son, that was like what, 4 years ago now.
Mhm.
We walked out of that movie. My son, my Caleb, he was just like, "Dad, can we play D&D?" Like that was like the moment I was like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, well, we've been playing D&D, but we were on a hiatus. He's like, "We should start playing D&D again." That was like one of the first things that he said was like, "We should start playing D&D again."
And I think one of the facts that they put in the Super Mario movie came out like a week or two after.
Did it?
Mhm.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so its budget was 150 million estimate, but it only made 205. So it only made 50 million.
Yeah.
Only. I mean, according to IMDb.
I mean, it was just well done. Hugh Grant chewed the scenery.
Yeah,
He was
dude, it was
great.
awesome. They had a
fuck,
sequel
he was
ready to go. Come on.
Yeah.
There's a prequel book.
Is there?
They may make another movie. We'll see.
I mean,
Anybody catch the cameo?
I did a write up for the ending of things that I thought were like there was a couple of things I didn't like. It was just the way that it was presented or whatever. They were just kind of like, you know, how I would have said it, how I would have done it differently, or and I got into a huge freaking stupid argument online about like how I would have done it differently that would have made more sense or whatever to like and then but I was told I was completely wrong, you know. But
Of course, you're wrong. Posting ideas on the internet.
well, I mean, I just I'm trying to remember it in my brain right now, but like he's got the resurrection thing and he's got to decide what he's going to do with it. And then like he he looks to his daughter and she's like, "Okay, yeah." Or whatever. And it's just like and I was like, "Why would he look to his daughter at that point?" I mean, it's just like it's one of those things where it's like if he was going to like use it to help the barbarian lady or whatever, it should have been just like one of those things where it should have been his decision. And in my opinion, it was just kind of silly that like he was asking this baby. You never you like it was a baby. The child was a baby when like like his her mother was alive, and it's just and so it was just like, oh, okay, I'll leave it up to you to decide. And it's just like, what? It's just it should have been his sacrifice because he's the one sacrificing an actual relationship. He's sacrificing the idea of him being able to have his wife back, right? He's the one that should make that sacrifice. But in this case, it was like, oh, I'm going to let my daughter decide. So now I'm going to like, and that's going to be the big decision. I don't know. It didn't click right for me in my brain. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Moving on.
One of the coolest things I found about that movie wasn't about the movie itself, but Chris Pine. So Chris Pine's dad is I can't remember what his first name is. He was the sergeant on Chips
Okay.
Oh.
and in a lot of other stuff too, but most notably, he got his parents together. Chris Pine didn't play D&D, but got his parents together and they all played D&D together leading up to the movie. I'm like, oh, that is so endearing.
Cool.
That is endearing.
Yeah. I hate to do this, guys, but I got an early morning drive tomorrow morning.
Well, put your list in the thing.
I will. I'll do that.
Oh, well, we should have started earlier.
I'm so disappointed in you.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Sorry.
If you're sorry, you'd stay.
Trust me, I will be.
Well, what's your
trust me,
number?
I will be sorry
8?
tomorrow.
What's your number 8? What's your number 8? Are we on 8 or did we do 9?
No,
Okay.
No, number 9. I'll do
Oh,
my
number
number 9. But number 9, movie from 2018, probably nobody's watched. It's called The Headhunter.
You're right.
Never heard of it.
It's about this monster hunter lives out in the woods, gets contracted by this this kingdom to kill monsters, and he collects their heads. And there's one head he hasn't collected, and what. And that's a spoiler of the one he hasn't collected, so I'll leave it there. But it is stupid good. It was a very small budget film from right before the pandemic, like 2018.
Headhunters.
Just the Headhunter.
The Headhunter.
It is a dude, yeah, it is
From 1982.
It's 2018.
2018. I found it.
Yeah, if you can catch it
20
streaming
20
somewhere, it's a
2019.
good watch. Yeah, it's a good watch. It's a low budget film, didn't get a lot of notoriety. I just saw it on a streaming service one time. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
On Hoopla. A lot of ads.
It's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi and Hoopla.
Oh, good. I would,
Yeah.
if you've got time, watch it. I thought it was great.
You can mock that Tubi stuff, but I mean, man, I watch so much stuff on Tubi now because it's like, I just
don't like the commercials, man. They're so long.
They're so long, but you just have it on the background.
I almost put your number 8 on my list, but it didn't make it.
No.
What's your number 8, Matt? Then we'll let you go.
All right. What's that?
What's your number 8? And we'll let you go.
Number 8 is Big Fish.
Big Fish is my number 5.
Wow. Interesting.
It's a good movie.
I love Big Fish.
It was such a huge. I had no fucking clue what it was about.
Me too.
And I just I turned on, like, what's this? And I was captivated the whole time. It was such a
really good,
delightful surprise.
Yeah. It's really good. It's definitely it's more drama.
Crying out.
I mean, it's fantastical drama.
It is. It is.
But it's really good.
Have a good night, fellas.
Later.
Yeah.
Good night, Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost put Big Fish on my list too.
I love Big Fish.
All right. So my number 8, it was mentioned, but nobody's picked it yet, is Wizards. Ralph Bakshi.
I never saw it.
It's so good.
Is it? Okay.
I saw it as a kid, and I was like, I don't understand.
That bounty hunter on the back of this weird.
Yeah, the back of the way.
Like a camel or something, right?
I have almost got that tattoo like a dozen times where I'm like, I've got to just go get that tattoo finally because he's such a Necron 99, and just go and because that is so iconic, that image of him, astride that, and I remember I watched it as a kid and didn't get it, but I thought it just looked cool. And then I watched it again, and my older brother came in the room because it was just on HBO or whatever. And my older brother came in and he said, "Oh, this is a really good movie." And he started explaining this stuff to me. Like he was like 14 and I was like 8. And so he was kind of explaining it to me, so I understood what was going on. And then I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's how that is. And then it was like one of those things where I watched it then when I got a little older, and I think I got the VHS as a gift or something. I don't know. I think actually the VHS was on sale in one of those bins when you went to a video store and they're like they're getting rid of their old stock and they're selling their old movies for $2.99 or whatever. And I found it and I picked it up for that and I had it and I'd watch it every once in a while. And I mean, it's got one of the best. I can't say the ending because I mean, it's got a wonderful twist at the end. I mean, as far as like the two brothers, and the two sorcerer brothers, mage brothers who are like you've had this build up, and it has a wonderful it subverts your expectations for their final showdown. that as a kid I didn't really like, but when I got older, I was like, that's awesome. Um, it's and also again, go watch that guy do the Ralph Bakshi, Folding Ideas YouTube channel, Ralph Bakshi. Uh, it's just, yeah, it's it's extremely trippy and but it's extremely good too. So that's Wizards at number 8 for me.
My number 8 is. It does in reverse order, so I have to make the number. Okay, Dragon Slayer.
That
Dragon.
may show up later on
That on
my
your
list as well.
I figured it would be higher on your list. We talk about Dragon Slayer all the time. I'll let you talk about it later, but so
Vermithrax
good.
pejorative. Even the
I mean,
dragon. The dragon's got the coolest name.
it's like-
Smog comes close.
Yeah. It's interesting that it's a Disney movie, right? Or
Dragon
no?
Slayer? No.
Was it no a Touchstone or something like that?
Touchstone, I believe.
Yeah. No, I mean it's just one of those movies that's like it's kind of not happy in any really.
Oh, it
It's got a lot
defies
of it's got a lot of dark stuff in it.
it defies you from
Yeah.
the very beginning. And yeah, we'll talk about when I get to
Yeah,
it. But
we'll
yeah,
keep talking about
it
I
defies your
won't steal your
expectations.
thunder about it.
So good. Ugh.
Speaking of Disney, my number 8, Fantasia.
Oh, great movie.
I don't know if I ever watched it as an adult.
I remember as a kid seeing that and just loving the dinosaurs part of it.
Is that the one where Mickey with the
Yeah, Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Sorcerer's Apprentice stuff? Yeah.
I've got a
with
Lorcana
the-
deck based on that.
with the mops.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. With the
That's
water.
my whole Lorcana
Water's
deck.
filling up the whole
Yeah.
castle or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the wizard comes and then takes the book away from him and gives him that like look of like,
And then swats him with a broom. Yeah. My Lorcana deck is Sorcerer Mickey and like 22 brooms.
Nice. I never played Lorcana. How was that game?
Pretty good.
Fun.
I'm not gonna, invest tons of money in, but it was pretty good.
My number 8 is also Disney, I guess. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, there you go.
The first one specifically.
The first one. Have you seen them all?
If I haven't seen them all, then I've seen all but like the most recent.
Did I hear that they're making another one?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're gonna try and
It's the
food or something, maybe.
it made so
Oh.
much money, and I only seen the one.
I mean, The Curse of the Black Pearl is I still remember like hearing that movie came out, and I remember, I mean, that movie came out so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
That movie's the first movie, it's got to be like 20 years old, right?
Has to be.
Yeah.
Is he still blackballed?
When did it come out? When did that movie come out? Aldi, you're the Wayback Machine
I'm
guy.
looking
When
at
did that
I'm
movie
looking
come
at
out?
But is he
2003.
Yeah. So
23 years ago.
So I know they broke his contract with Disney, but did they talk about bringing him back for that role?
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see somebody else try and carry the movie because that movie. So the things I appreciated about it, I appreciated that it was a fantasy horror comedy hybrid, and it did that well. And I feel like the ones after it didn't hybrid. They were just like fantasy adventure humor, and they didn't have that like horror element, and so it wasn't as interesting, but also it was I feel like that first movie, if it I feel like Johnny Depp carried that movie like really hard, like it's really hard to picture somebody else finding a character that would do what the Captain Jack Sparrow character did for that movie. And
Yeah.
like is Gary Busey gonna come on and be wacky Jack Sparrow? Sure, he'll be wacky, but he's not going to carry the movie with his wackiness, right? So yeah.
but you have heard of me. Yeah, no. I mean, from the opening moment where he just steps off the
Yeah,
top
he
post
steps
of
off the
his
top
ship,
of the right onto the dock.
right into the dock. Yeah,
That's some deep water right there, man.
that 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 movie was so long ago. Like basically, I mean, I remember going on a date to that movie with like the last girl I dated before I dated my wife. Like it's just like that's how long ago that movie was. And I remember it was weird too. They didn't expect it to do well. It was
And it did
they
amazing.
No, because it was an end of summer release. When you do an end of summer release, it's basically we don't expect this to do very well, just because that's where you shunt those. And yeah, no, I mean they didn't expect they just and then all of a sudden it was like, holy cow, people were like, this is really good. I mean, and all the cool things like, I mean, Johnny Depp showed up with like he had a massive amount of dental work done to basically like with lots of gold teeth and things like that, and they told him it was too much and they had him reverse a lot of it because he wanted the role so bad. He said he was going to base his acting on that movie completely on being Keith Richards.
Yeah,
Like
right.
that and then
Well,
of
Keith
course,
Richards was in one of the movies too, right?
yeah, Keith Richards shows up
His
and
father,
his father, he's like, how's
which I've
mom?
not seen, but
Yeah, and he just says, how's mom? And he just, yeah. No, good pick. Excellent pick. And eminently rewatchable. And also, again, kind of spooky and kind
Yeah.
of like, and kind of violent and not exactly, not a kid's movie at
And it
all.
introduced people to liar's dice.
That's true. So, excellent pick, Andrew. Is that everybody's 8 or does we still have an 8?
it was 7.
But that was a 7?
Yeah.
Well, then I'll do my.
Oh no, we're on 8. Yeah, that
We're
was
on
8.
8, yeah. And that's everybody's
I think
8, though,
everybody
right?
did 8. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
everybody did 8.
Well, here's my number 7. And that would be the cinematic amazingness that is the original Clash of the Titans.
Oh yeah.
It's a good one.
So many school
Just
2 or 3 times a year.
oh yeah, just
That should be on my list, but for some reason it's not.
Harry Hamlin. Before he was a
They had the
lawyer.
stop. They had the stop motion stuff, and then they had the real life action stuff where they're like filming like handheld.
Yeah, and then I mean and being a kid and not really grasping it all, really, like trying to understand what it is and like trying to understand how it works, and like you just knew it looked cool, and then
Medusa.
the Medusa scenes
Medusa
are
Summer,
oh the Medusa stuff is
the owl.
Boo Poo. The eye, Boo Poo, the
Boo-boo.
eye. He goes and he grabs the eye out of the.
Oh, and it had Burgess Meredith in it too. I remember.
Yep. Yeah. I always thought it was super creepy how like because he cuts the head off the Medusa, spoiler, and then he's got it in the bag, and then that evil demon guy shows up and he stabs it with his
and the
trident, and the blood became those giant scorpions.
Scorpion.
Yeah, how
And
did
those
you know that?
and those poor soldiers that they're trying to fight the scorpions,
Like,
and just
got
in
killed.
there getting killed one by one.
Esteban?
And I mean,
Was it Esteban?
I don't remember.
Caliban. Caliban.
Yeah, Caliban.
Caliban was like the cursed
Yeah.
Yeah,
Release the Kraken.
antagonist.
Yeah. And
he
then
wanted favor, and they wanted to give it to
Right. He was
Perseus.
cursed by his mother.
Yeah,
Or
hmm.
no, Zeus cursed him, right?
yeah. Zeus
Yeah.
cursed him, and he and his mother had a plot to get rid of
To get rid of Perseus.
Yeah, Perseus.
It was I
So
mean,
good.
and then they did a remake that was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Bummer.
But yeah, and Laurence Olivier played Zeus. let's see. Harry Hamlin as Perseus, Judy Bowker as Andromeda, Burgess Meredith as Ammon, Maggie Smith as Thetis.
Oh, really? Dame Maggie Smith.
Yeah. Ursula Andress as Aphrodite.
Well, makes sense.
Yeah. And a bunch of people we don't know. But Donald Houston, I guess he was in a bunch of stuff. Flora Robson, Anna Manahan, and Freda Jackson starred as the Stygian witches.
Oh, that was great too.
What's the eye?
There's so many great things in that movie.
I mean, yeah, it was
Give me the eye.
give me the eye. Oh, a beautiful man, a handsome man just coming in. Just Bubo, the mechanical owl.
Boobo.
Yeah. Roger Ebert called Clash of the Titans Harryhausen's masterwork. Yep. So Clash of the Titans, great movie. Lots of days of watching that over and over and over again. And definitely absolutely 100% fueled my D&D mind as a young man, young kid.
And speaking of fueling your D&D, I have totally ripped this movie off so many times as a starter adventure. My number 7, Season of the Witch.
Ooh, yes.
It is Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
They are tasked. There's a party that he leads. They are tasked with taking a witch from point A to point B, and she tries every way under the sun to break out and get loose, and it's just shenanigans ensue, and it's a super good movie. It's the reason I liked it is because if they all traveled as a group like a D&D party, and it was like there were so many like encounters, like you could visualize the movie and go, oh, here's the encounter for this, here's the encounter for this, here's the encounter for this.
right.
So it was like super duper. I loved it. Loved it.
Oh, man, I'm putting some movies on my list tonight.
But yeah, I remember. So interestingly enough, that movie came out since 2011. My wife and I, Rebecca, we went to like a movie in like 2009 or 2010, and we saw the trailer for that, like the ad for that coming soon, and then it just didn't come out forever.
Yeah.
Like we were like, wasn't this
delayed.
movie supposed to come out? It was like, yeah, it's like
I think I ended up watching it on Netflix or something.
and then eventually, and it seemed like forever before it finally came out. But yes, and then it did. Here we go. Lionsgate scheduled Season of the Witch to be released on March 19th, 2010, but 5 weeks before that date, the studio decided to pull the film from release. Lionsgate originally had an output deal with Relativity Media, but since Relativity had formed its own marketing and distribution arm in 2010, Relativity chose to release the film themselves and did so just before the end of 2010. So yes.
Who all was in that? Other than
it was pushed back a year from its original
Perlman.
release date to January 7th, 2011.
Claire
So yeah,
Perlman.
I'm not crazy. I did know that. Yeah, Ron Perlman, Nicolas
there you go.
Cage,
That's who I was thinking of. Ron Perlman was also in it.
Stephen Graham, Robert Sheehan, Christopher Lee was in it as the Cardinal. So yeah.
Did you do number 7, Andy, or no? Yeah, it was there. It was Pirates.
No. Number wait. Yeah, number 7 for me is Willow.
Oh,
Great movie.
the
Man,
first one, right?
Did not make my list. It came close. It came very, very close. I was not a fan of the TV series. It didn't do anything for me. But maybe that's just me.
I don't think I've ever seen Willow. I know parts of it. Like I've seen parts and pieces of it. But I think as a whole, I don't have a memory of seeing the whole movie, which I guess I should watch Willow too.
No, you should watch it. It's a good movie. It's
I know Mad Mardigan. I know like the part where he's like isn't he like in the cage or something in the beginning of the movie or something?
Yes. But yes, it's good stuff. And you know, and it's just yeah, Mad Mardigan. I always thought that was a weird name for like your
Your
uh
main hero.
yeah, your main hero. It just seemed like
Well, it's like Yeah, it's like he's an anti-hero, right? Or not an anti,
well, he's
like a
rough around the
rough
edges,
around the edges hero.
you know, that type of
Gotcha.
thing.
And the people who are not present,
Oh, oh, we skipped Matt's. Oh, his 8 was no. This is 7 for Matt.
yeah,
Pleasantville.
yep,
I guess technically, yeah, that's fantasy, but it's weirdly like it's a fantastical movie, I guess, is like
yeah. Well,
is
I think that was his question when he was like
Yeah,
asking about
fantasy is fantastical.
yeah, about whether, because he was asking whether it was high fantasy, which I would consider sword and sorcery stuff, uh, and I think it's because
Fantasy
his
movies.
first few ones there were very specifically not high fantasy.
yeah.
So Scott's 8 was Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it. One of my favorites. And his 7 was Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The
Uh,
original?
It just says Dungeons and Dragons. I'm guessing it's probably
Other-
the most recent one.
No,
You're gonna give him
I'm gonna decide his intent was the movie that came out in like 93
Is
or
that the
whatever.
one with what's his name?
I know what you're talking about with
Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons, yeah. Horrible.
That was a movie. That was not good.
No
My
movie was not
number
good.
7 is Crawl.
Sure.
Crawl with a K.
Another one that was in my honorable mentions.
Oh, you didn't make it? I'm the only
No,
one that
I
picked
mean
Crawl.
I mean
God, I love Crawl.
Crawl
There's
was
so many
really
things
good.
in Crawl.
There were so many things about Crawl that I found really cool. I mean, like I love the idea that it was like, oh, we need. I mean, that felt like a D&D thing where it was
Yeah.
like, oh, we need to go.
It was definitely a D&D campaign.
We need to go to this place, and so they can tell us exactly where the Black Fortress is going to show
Wait,
up.
wasn't it the Cyclops? They could, or no? Who? Oh no,
No,
only the seer in the swamp could predict where.
yeah, the seer in the swamp, and it was like, and so then that one guy went and basically sacrificed himself because the seer in the swamp was his beloved at one point, and so then and and the widow of the web, that's what it
Oh
was.
no, the seer in the swamp died. They got him.
That's true.
They,
So
the I don't know. They took over his body or something.
let's see here.
I'm a little rough
Inner
on the
leaves the
details.
group to seek the widow of the web, an
Right.
enchantress who loved Inir long ago and was exiled to the lair of the crystal spider for murdering their only child. The widow reveals where the Black Fortress will be at sunrise. She also gives Inir the sand of an enchanted hourglass to keep the crystal spider at bay and the injured Inir alive. As the crystal spider attacks the widow, Inir returns to the group to reveal the location of the Black Fortress. As he speaks, he loses the last shard of the sand and dies of old age. And it's just like, and so then they had to basically like, well, we can't possibly make it to the Black Fortress in time, so they had to go and
Yeah, they get the
capture
horses,
the
the
fire
fire
mares.
mares,
The fire mares. Such it was just
and the Cyclops. I
the
love this.
Cyclops. He knew when he was gonna
He only knew
die.
the only thing he was granted vision, but the only vision he got was his own death. Like what?
Yeah.
That movie.
And very very early Liam Neeson. One of his, I think it was like his first film role with lines.
Oh, he was in that?
Yeah, he was. He says Liam Neeson as Keegan, a member of Torque Will's Bandits, an axe wielding jovial polygamist.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, Liam Neeson in Krull, the glaive.
The glaive. Oh, and they pulled it out of the lava. He
Yeah.
stuck his hand in the lava to get the glaive.
Like you do.
Yeah. All right. Well, Krull. I love Kroll.
Yeah, no, I mean nothing wrong with the Crow. You know, I liked the enchanter that could turn himself into the different animals.
Oh yeah, that British guy. What was his name?
And
Oh, he was the teacher in Willy Wonka.
David Batley as Ergo, who has the shape-shifting ability to turn into various animals. Remember,
Yeah,
he
he was
turned
the
into the
teacher.
tiger,
He
and
was the
then
teacher in Willy Wonka.
I believe you. Um,
Number 6.
Number 6, my number 6 now is Dragon Slayer. I I I love everything about Dragon Slayer. I mean, I mean, when I was putting these things in, I was like literally like, if I had to watch one of these two movies, which one would I want to watch right now? That's how
Yeah, that's how you
I would
order it.
that's how I was ordering it, you know, and I was trying to like go through these things. And I mean, when I say that the top 5 beat out Dragon Slayer, I mean I mean, these are all 9.5 to 10s as far as I'm considered. Everything about uh uh Dragon Slayer just hits repeatedly on the right spots every single time. It's really ridiculous how well it works. It for the time, I mean,
Yeah, no, it was ahead of its time.
absolutely. My father used to show this movie to he would show this movie to in school. Like he would play it for the kids to watch, and he would talk about how it was just a the narrative of it worked really well, and he would show it. My father just thought this movie was amazing. My dad was like, he didn't own a lot of VHS tapes. This is one that he owned, and so when I went to go and spend the weekends at my dad's house, I'd watch this over and over and over again. I mean, everything about it, like at the very beginning where they're like, "Oh, well, we need to get we need to go to the last sorcerer or whatever." And then he dares that guy to stab him, and so he does, and he kills him. I remember as a kid, I was like, "That's weird. What's going
Yeah,
on?"
I
And then
know. It's so disheartening too at the
yeah,
beginning.
yeah, and you're just kind of like, what? What's going on? And then they actually like cut to the end, and he's there again. He's like, I never would have survived the travel. This was the only way that I could make it, you know, to
Right,
and I
because
mean,
he had to throw the ashes
yeah,
in the lava, like really.
oh, and then the
A
whole,
lot
I
of
mean,
lava in
like,
fantasy movies.
oh, it's all over the place. Can't keep it
Can't get away
contained.
from lava.
I mean, and just the whole fact that like there's the whole subplot of like the daughter of the king, you know, my name was never in the list, you know, so
And then by
oh
chance, she would get pulled on the next
yeah,
the lottery.
and then there you have read the wrong name, pull another, you know, just whatever, and they went through that whole thing and how like you're supposed to save the princess, and spoiler, you don't, you know, I mean, it was and then how it gets to the end and it's just like and everybody claims that they were the ones that killed the dragon uh except it, you know, it wasn't in the
Well,
end.
doesn't the king like stick his sword in the dragon?
He stands up and he sticks his sword and then, you know, and they're like, thus, you know, Casiodor, slayer of the dragon, you know, and then the church shows up and you know, proclaim God was the one that was the one that killed them. Um and then yeah, I mean, it's just like it was a, you know, the evil guy, the sheriff or whatever, he gets his as he was supposed to. I mean, everything about it, even like the guy that they're like, I need a spear, and then there's like the one like when you're not, cause, but the one blacksmith, he wasn't allowed to make weapons, and he's like, I
Oh, he had
and
that
he
spear in the waterfall.
yeah, he hit it in the waterfall, and
Yeah,
then, you know, I mean, it's like stuff like that where you're just like, how does this even, you know, I don't know. It
yeah,
was
it's good
yeah,
stuff.
vermithex pejorative, you know, just so yeah. So good. How she had like the presence of mind to like go and find the scales and sew them into a shield form. And there's that fantastic scene where like he's standing there and like you can see the dragon, and the head is raising up behind him, and he turns around and sees it just in time to put the shield up, and it protects him. I don't know.
It's
It's such a good movie, and it feels like it couldn't possibly have, you know, come out uh when it did. 1981? Yeah, 1981. I mean, how did a movie that good? And they still haven't made a good dragon movie since. I mean, think about that. I mean, it's just like they had that horrible one where it was like The Last Dragon. That was horrible. They had that movie with Matthew McConaughey with the dragons. That was
I never
horrible.
saw it, but I could tell it was not going to be good.
The one with the tank, is that the one you're talking about? Where they're fighting dragons with a tank?
I don't know.
You remember that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't come out with a good movie with a dragon. I mean, Smog was okay, I guess, in Hobbit and everything like that. And I guess it was kind of neat to see him. But
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was good. It was pretty good.
He
But-
wasn't.
It's one of the
He
best parts of
wasn't the
Hobbit.
whole feature of the trio of movies. You know, he was.
yeah.
You know, in the book. You know, he was like a good part at the end, but in the movies, it's just like he was just a one little subsection.
Yeah. No, it was so good. And it's still good and it holds up. And yeah. So there you go. That's number 6. Who's up?
My number 6 is Stardust.
Mm.
You know Stardust?
Mm-hmm.
Love Stardust. I wish there was more Stardust movies. I mean, it's a Neil Gaiman movie, story, but
Yeah.
which I'm like, whatever. But man, I love all the stuff in Stardust. There's so much fun fantasy and the ghosts and just
Oh
like
yeah. I mean, no,
like the
Stardust was fantastic.
yeah,
And it was
no,
a
there's so
movie
many
that
fun things in there.
and nobody knew it existed.
I know. I'm like, did anybody watch this movie? I don't think anybody watched it. I mean, some
I mean-
people watched it, obviously, but
Robert De Niro was great with his role. I mean, it wasn't a ton of space, but he was great in his role. I mean,
Michelle Pfeiffer.
yes. The guy that played the guy that's in all the movies, that he's that guy.
That guy.
He was in The Gentleman. He was the bad guy in The Mummy.
Charlie Cox.
No.
Henry Cavill.
Am I not
Henry
thinking of the
Cavill was
right
in that
guy? Maybe I'm not thinking of the right guy.
Mark Strong.
Mark Strong. Yeah, there you go. He's a that guy. When you see him, you're like, hey, it's that guy.
He's in a lot of movies for sure.
I agree.
His
Yeah.
voice is also very powerful.
Yes.
No, it's so fun.
It's a very fun movie. Claire Danes was in it.
That's right. Claire Danes, the star.
Yeah.
That was like it's so inventive for fantasy.
Yeah. I thought Claire Danes is older. She's only 46. For some reason I thought she
so
was
too.
older.
I thought she was older too.
Well, she was in
What?
what was the TV show she was
Yeah.
in?
My So-Called Life.
My So-Called Life.
with Jared Leto.
There you go.
That was a show, man.
It was a show.
My good buddy Jason had been in love with Claire Danes his entire life, and he named his firstborn daughter Claire.
Hmm.
So there you go. Not to be yeah. I was like, did she know where her name comes from? She might figure it out someday. It's just like, all right, fair enough.
Number
Let's see. Field of Dreams was
Uh,
Matthews, which I'm like, I guess it has fantasy elements, but it's more of a drama. Admittedly, great movie. Field of Dreams is one of my favorite movies of all time, but I don't consider that really fantasy.
It's a good drama.
It is a good drama.
It
And
has some fantastical elements.
Seventh Seal is good.
Seven Seal is good.
Scott, put down Seventh Seal. So,
Number 6 for me is Nausicaa.
oh,
Nausicaa.
it's anime.
I've never heard of that.
Hayao Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should watch Nausicaa.
Oh my god, I gotta watch so many movies.
It's-
Oh,
How about-
Miyazaki. Yeah. I need to watch all the Miyazaki movies. I've hardly watched anything.
yeah, like you're even the ones that are like, not the top
The
end
top tier ones.
are still good to watch, right? Like you're never gonna be like this. Well, I say that, you can there are a couple where you can get beat down because they're like, did you ever watch Grave of the Fireflies?
No.
Okay. So Grave of the Fireflies is a very good movie, and you should not go into it expecting to be happy at the end of it.
That's a movie you watch once.
You watch it
Okay.
once. It's yeah.
I've
It's a
watched
good movie.
almost nothing of his. I feel like I feel like I had to watch one of these movies, but maybe not. Weird. How have I missed all this stuff all these years?
I chose. I was going to put some anime films on here, but I chose not to at the last minute. I thought that was like,
What's the theme of Nausicaa? Like, what is it about?
Uh,
I mean, whatever. If it's hard to
it's tough to
describe.
explain. So my fun little story about Nausicaa Valley of the Wind is the Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind is the full length name of it.
Yeah.
So back when like release dates and things like for these and as far as like the like when they would be released in like America and like was this one. So in 1985 they did an English uh version of it. Like basically they dubbed in the voices
Right.
and did their thing. My buddy David Ingberg, he saw it. He had watched it once. He told everybody it was on like Cinemax or something like that. He watched it, told everybody it was amazing, and then he said, "You got to watch this." And he said, "Next time I see it's on, I'm going to tape it at home, and then we can watch it together." So he taped it, and he said, "Come over and watch this." And I watched it, and I was just like, "This is amazing. This is absolutely freaking amazing." And then we were like, "Can I borrow the tape so I can watch it again?" And he would say, "Sure, but I'm the one guy in town that has a Betamax, so you can't use the tape anyway." He like was the only person. So when we wanted to watch it, we're like, we gotta watch Valley of the Wind because it was called just Valley of the Wind. The English version of it, they didn't call it Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, they just called it Valley of the Wind. And we were like, we gotta watch that. Oh, to watch it, we have to call David, we have to see if he's home, we have to go over to his house, and we have to use and watch it on his TV. That was the only way we could watch it until they finally like re-released it and whatever much later. um the release that was done in 1985 is so well, it's so like not um uh known really well that like there are some of the voice actors that did the English things for the, they're unknown. They don't know who did it. There's no record of who actually did the voices. They just they hired somebody, they paid them the money, they said the words, and then they've just been lost to time, which I find just flabbergasting, to me. Like, how do you just not know? It was probably like they grabbed a janitor. Here, could you just say these words into this thing? We'll give you $50. Yeah, okay. They just don't know who did it. It's a great pull. I mean, I didn't even think about Valley of the Wind.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, great stuff.
Kabuki Kid says Your Name as a good fantasy anime movie, and I agree with that too. If I had thought of that, I might have put that somewhere. I don't know if y'all ever saw Your Name.
Her name?
Your Name, yeah.
Not heard of it.
The one that I always the scene that I always remember in Nausicaa. I mean, I remember lots of stuff with like the demon creature and everything like that. But the thing um that I remember is when that general jumps into that big giant tank or whatever and just leaps in, and he's like the master swordsman, and he runs from one end of the tank all the way to the front, just taking out everybody left and right. And then he gets right up to the like the general that's leading that giant tank, and he's got his sword to his chin, like blah blah blah, gets right, and he just has his sword up to his chin. He goes, "Now that you've had time to think about it, are you ready to surrender?" Like, I remember as a kid, I just thought that was just hilarious. Like that was like when I hadn't been exposed to a lot of anime. I greatly enjoyed that sense of humor.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. No, good pull. Good pull on that. I didn't even think about that. Didn't even think about it. Let me see here. What's the on home video, the film was released on VHS March 21st, 1984, and on Laserdisc on 25th of April, 1984. Yeah, I'm just trying to, I mean, English re-releases. I guess like the re-release that Disney did in 2005, like really like used a lot of like famous people. I mean, I'm looking at this, Patrick Stewart, Shia LaBeouf, Uma Thurman, Chris Sarandon, Edward James Olmos,
Mhm.
Frank Welker, Tress MacNeille, Mark Hamill, so they definitely pulled out all the stops for the 2005 re-release. So good stuff. Great choice. Well done.
Are we number 5?
Are we number 5?
Uh,
Gabriel?
my number 6,
Oh,
Princess Bride. I don't think we need to talk about it.
Ah,
I mean, what can you not say about a Princess Bride? It's such
I'm
a
unfamiliar. I mean, is this a new movie?
yeah,
What number is that for you?
6.
Number 6. It's my number. What is this one? 5.
I did learn something about. I was watching a thing about Andre the Giant the other day, and when he was filming Princess Bride, the scene where she jumps out the window,
Mm-hmm.
like they had to like lower her down on because at that point his joints had gotten so bad that he could not hold her up.
Older.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why he drank like 40 beers a day. It was the only medication he could have that would cut into the pain.
Yeah, yeah. I was just like, oh wow, it was so sad.
I only watched this movie in 2020 too. 2020.
Princess Bride?
I'm like, how did I go my entire life without watching this
It
movie?
all it has like almost no errors throughout the whole thing.
It's
yeah.
awesome. It's
It
so good.
yeah, I feel like it would be it's one of the few movies I think it would be like a travesty if they tried to remake it. Like I don't think I cannot picture them doing a better job.
Yeah.
Did
Um,
you watch during COVID when they got everybody to do
yeah,
little bits and pieces and put it all together?
yep, I like that because I feel like them doing that helps preempt the possibility of them doing a re-release because it got it out of the system for people.
And it is I'll get choked up even talking about it
I
when
mean,
the final scene is Carl Reiner and Rob Reiner is just perfect. So if you and it was on that very very short-lived alternative YouTube video show. I forget what it was called when it was on, and then when that died, they put it all together and they put it on YouTube. You can find it all over YouTube. You can watch it. Um, you know, I mean, it was weird because they got like Carrie Elwes to play Prince Humperdinck. There were some cool things that they did with it to mess with it.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah. Um, well, I'll just say my number 5 because it's boring. but it's still really good. And that's the Fellowship of the Ring. I mean,
Yeah.
of all of the movies, the first one was the best because it didn't become a bloated, giant, creeping pile of blubber. Just seeing how much more we can throw in. It didn't have insane subplots that The Hobbit eventually added in because they just didn't have enough source material to make movies out of. I still remember waiting until midnight to see that going to the midnight showing of the Fellowship, and like you could just see as soon as everybody knew the Balrog was coming, everybody straightened up in their chair and leaned forward. I mean, they knew what was coming. They were like, and everybody was just like, I am going to hyper focus and pay attention to this moment because it's going to be amazing. And it was amazing, right? And it was just like, I mean, uh,
Yeah.
and the Fellowship is it's the best one, right? I mean, because it it ends in a down note.
Mm-hmm.
It like it leads you to, and you know what's coming. If you don't, you haven't read the books or anything, you know what's going to happen. But I mean, you haven't gotten to any of the stuff that's been overplayed or anything like that. You haven't. Gimli isn't a complete and total comedic, character at this point. There's so many things that like were so good, and yeah, Fellowship, great stuff.
That is another film that I think has a perfect cast. I don't think I could picture anybody else doing those roles.
Yes,
It was good casting,
it was. Yeah,
including Liv Tyler. She's really good.
yeah. I mean, oddly, so many people were like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then she knocked it out of the park.
No, she was amazing.
And then made everybody, um I saw a recent meme. I should have shared it with you, Scott, because you would have laughed. Do you remember those old, like when you had to hook either your computer or your like Atari 2600 to the TV,
With the
and you
slider.
had and then with the slider,
Yeah, the slider to go from game to TV.
and it was like it was a
Game,
picture of
TV,
that. It was
TV.
it was that. It was just a picture of that, and then a picture of Hugo weaving as Elrond. I was there, Gandalf, 3,000 years ago. I laughed my ass off when I saw that. I was there, Gandalf, 3,000 years ago.
I had one of those. So the first video game system that I had was Nintendo. Like my friends had Ataris and stuff before that, but the first one that my family had,
Nintendo didn't have the
and yeah, we
the
had to have,
UHF
yeah, we had to have the little
transmitter. It was basically it was RGB, right?
well, so
Or did it have coax? Or I can't remember what it had.
so no, we definitely used the little switcher, and you
Oh,
have
you
the
did switch
the
her.
thing with the prongs to go
Yeah.
in. And the TV that we had was we were not well off enough to have a casual second TV with color. We had a nice curved TV that was black and white, and that's what I played
Black
Mario
and white,
and
wow.
Dragon Warrior on, was a black and white TV with a switcher. Not that you would like you would switch it, and you could get like two staticky channels in black and white, if you really tried and messed with the antenna some. So
Okay.
pretty dedicated to being a
That is dedicated.
TV.
I'm telling you, kids these days, they don't know how rough we
I
had
don't know
it.
how rough it was, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Did you
all right.
did you watch the Architectural Digest with Liv Tyler in her brownstone in New York?
No.
She goes up into her attic,
I
and
did.
there's
I did.
literally everything from Lord of the Rings just sitting in
Yeah,
her attic.
all her Lord of the Rings stuff is in the attic. The sword and
She goes,
everything.
"Oh, look in this box!" And she whips out the sword. It's like, what? It's just in her attic. It's
Yeah,
like,
I've seen that.
Yeah. Matthew had Willow as 5, and Scott had Wizard of Oz at 5.
Wizard of Oz. Wow. My 5 was Princess Bride.
Yeah, Princess
my
Bride.
5 was Big Fish.
Big Fish.
Big Fish.
Mm.
Yeah.
five for me
Did you
is
cry at the end of Big Fish? I bawled.
Yeah.
I was so
How do
sad.
you not?
Yeah.
so yeah. My five is Hook. Or,
Hook.
Oh, Hook. Yeah.
Glenn Close as a pirate.
Was Glenn Close in that movie?
Andy, you know where she is?
uh, t- uh,
Was she Smee?
No.
Oh,
Smee's Bob Hoskins, right?
Yep.
Bob Hoskins.
So in the scene in Hook, when he calls out and he says, "Everybody believed me except for one," and then there's the one pirate that didn't believe in him at the very beginning, and they throw him like in the barrel, and they throw the scorpions in with him, and they close the barrel, and that's Glenn Close.
Hmm.
So
I
it
know
just
Kabuki
God, I
Kid.
don't think I've seen Hook that much. I think I saw Hook once.
Yeah, I liked Hook a lot.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh, did a really
It
good.
probably got like unfairly rated at the time, you know.
yeah. I thought Dustin Hoffman did a much better job than Robin Williams in that movie.
I feel like Dante Bosco did a very good job in that movie as Rufio.
Yes. Looky, looky, I caught a hooky.
Yeah.
I just remember when he takes out the gun. And he's like, "Smee, stop me, Smee, Smee, stop me." Yeah. No. Hey, not without its charm. Not on my list, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect it to be on.
My number four. And however, there can be only one.
Are you kidding?
The Highlander.
That's my number 4 too.
That's
Yeah.
my number 3.
Wow.
I still remember not knowing anything about the Highlander. My friend David Engberg, we were trying to pick out movies to take to the lake to watch, and he was like, "Well, let's get this. This looks kind of cool." And so we rented the Highlander, and I remember we were just like, "Oh my gosh, this movie is amazing." I just like there were so many cool moments in that movie. Talk about a movie that had some great casting. I mean, Christopher Lambert, obviously. Um, uh, Character actor extraordinaire as the Kurgan. Why can't I think of his name?
Yeah, what's his name?
He's been in a million things. He has the best lines. You know, it's like, "Hi, I'm Candy." Of course you are. You know, just like
That
and
scene in the church.
Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown. There you go.
Yes, and
That
he was,
scene in the church where he just has his arms on the pew and he's just laughing out loud and everybody
Yeah.
turns around.
And he's like,
that's like one of the greatest villains ever.
oh, and he's just like, yeah, it's like it made everybody want to have a katana, you know. He walks in and he's just dousing out the candles with his hands, and he's just and it's like the holy ground, or whatever. Even he won't betray that rule that we have or whatever. The best thing about the Highlander is they only made the movie.
Yeah,
That's
they only
it.
made that one.
They only made that one movie, and there was never a series. So that's the best thing about the Highlander. Um, I I remember I went to Highlander 2, and I just remember just being so mad.
Yes, it was infuriating.
I was just like, how could you make a movie this bad? How could you do this? Who Freeman of Geist? What? What is going on? They're aliens?
It was awful. Just really wrecked it.
I just like I just and then the evil guy in Highlander too. Uh so so the Highlander, they don't even call him his name, they just call him the Highlander, which means nothing now. It's like, oh, the Highlander. He's like 187 years old. He's nearly dead. He's probably gonna die. He's super old. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send assassins down there. So if he manages to kill one, he gets reborn. It's like,
Yeah, that's great.
what was your plan? What? Uh,
Worst movie ever. Definitely Rotten Tomato.
yeah, it was just so bad. It was just so bad on so many levels. Um, uh, but yes, that was my number 4, The Highlander.
Well, my number 4 also.
Yep.
Curious if
Never Ending
our-
Story was Matt's, and number 4 was Princess Bride was number 4. So
Andy, what did you have?
Never-ending story.
Number 4 for me is Pleasantville.
no, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll say this:
Pleasantville is pretty good.
we used to play Pleasantville at Take Two Video. We used to play it on the TVs. They're playing movies, and then there's basically the one scene where the daughter convinces her mom to pleasure herself, and that's when and I was like eventually if it would get to that scene, even though it was a PG movie, it would get kind of close to that scene. Like if somebody was paying attention, you'd run for it and just fast forward past that, just because it was just maybe a little bit too much, for some young eyes to see or whatever.
Mhm.
But
My number 4, possibly my favorite Terry Gilliam film, The Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
oh,
Sure.
Yeah.
A young Sarah Polly.
I
It's a good movie.
I for whatever reason that movie did not hit for me. I
They
don't
almost
know
killed her, by the way.
how so.
There was some scene that went off the rails, and she was almost killed in it. I can't remember exactly the details, but it's in her stories about the movie.
Well, that's horrible.
Yeah, I know.
It was that, or I was going to put Time Bandits, but Baron Munchausen for me is just I'll watch that movie multiple times a year. I just think it's so kooky.
It is kooky.
Yeah, that was it didn't make my list, and I didn't even consider it. For some reason that movie just didn't hit for me.
Yeah, it doesn't hit for everybody.
Is that everybody's 4?
Mhm.
So
My number 3 somehow hasn't been listed by anybody yet, which is very disappointing to me. And that would be Excalibur.
it's my number 2.
Oh, there you go. Well, good on you. I I love that movie. I love the movie Excalibur so much. From the weird green tinged armor that they're wearing
Yeah, it
to,
is weird, isn't it?
I
Like
mean,
it's got slime. It's like slime on it or something.
it's just yeah. John Borman, uh, he still alive, mind you. I was like, John Borman's got to be dead. No, he's still alive. 92 years old. 92 years young. Uh, he made Exorcist 2, he made Deliverance, he made, Queen and Country. I mean, he's done a ton of movies, but yeah, Excalibur.
Was his son Mordred? Charlie
Uh,
Borman is listed as Mordred.
I think maybe like the baby or
Oh,
something
maybe
like
like
that.
oh, maybe not. There's 2 Mordreds on the cast.
I don't think I've ever seen Excalibur.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you gotta go see Excalibur. You gotta watch it. The first movie Patrick Stewart was ever in. I mean,
Oh, that was his first movie.
that was his first movie. He'd been on stage and everything a lot, but that was his first ever screen presence as Leo de Grance, the father of Guinevere. So good on so many levels. Liam Neeson was also in, and he played Gawain. So, um, yeah, and Nigel Terry was great as Arthur.
Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren, so
Morgan Le
good.
Fay.
I mean, the guy who played
You really
Lancelot,
should. That's one to watch, Andy.
yeah, that's one to watch. The guy who played Lancelot, you can't. He died relatively young, so he didn't really get to make much more. which kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, it's just and it tells a pretty good um it tells a very very good story of the and the use of um uh Wagner for uh the music. Also, I believe they did Carmina Burana, obviously, um, if I remember correctly, or Fortuna.
Bum,
Uh,
bum, bum,
bum
bum.
bum, dun 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 dun, yeah, dun dun dun.
Gabriel
Yeah.
Byrne was Uther Pendragon.
Uh,
I didn't know that.
that makes sense now that I'm thinking about it. Um, the father of King Arthur. Um, you will not. Yeah, no, no, just so good. I mean, and you know the story, you know what's going to happen, but yes, obviously, Helen Mirren as Morgan Le Fay, just super good. Um, yeah, I don't know what else you can possibly.
Can you say about it? Oh, Merlin.
Well, Merlin, yeah, Nicole Williamson, who is in a ton of stuff.
He's got that silver skull cap.
He's got that silver skull
Love it.
cap,
So great.
and
By the way,
he
it's a
was.
Merlin who doesn't really. He's not like a. It's not like a high fantasy Merlin.
No, he's not out there
Just
casting spells
yeah,
and doing
He's
anything
not casting
crazy.
spells, or he's casting some spells.
Yeah, he's doing a little. He's doing a little the breath of the dragon,
Yeah.
just but yeah, no, I was I did a fantasy campaign. I played a character that was that was a knight, and 90% of everything that he was in in that campaign that ran for 2 years was just I stole everything from Excalibur as far as like um him and everything else. I mean, it was uh, yeah, you should watch it. If you haven't watched it, you should absolutely watch it.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's really
It's
good.
good. It's really good. I
It's
saw that as like I think when it like nearly when it first came out.
yeah.
I remember being like 13, came out on HBO or cable or whatever. My dad had HBO, and it's rated R, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I
There's
was
lot
and my
there's
dad was
lots of
like,
boobies.
"Are you
So
ready for this?" You know, it was one of those kinds of things at my dad's
yeah.
house. But yeah, we watched
Um
it. Excalibur was pretty great.
I really, really, really liked the um the scene when
Oh,
Arthur towards the end when Arthur tracks down Guinevere at the convent and they have that moment together. It's like it's just it's a really really touching like human moment for them. I mean, it's a long movie, right? It's like over 2 hours. So I mean, but
yeah,
yeah,
it's an epic movie.
Excalibur.
Uh, number three is where I have Lord of the Rings.
Which one though?
Fellowship is my favorite. I kind of classify them as a unit though. But like if I'm choosing one, I'd say Fellowship. But but realistically, I feel like, if you're gonna sit and watch one, you're gonna be watching the others.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they did it for Return of the King, but they also did it for the third Hobbit movie. The movie theater in my town was you bought like a $20 ticket and you started watching. You went to the movie theater at like 6 and you watched Fellowship from 6 to 9. Then you watched Two
Oof.
Towers from 9 to midnight, and then you got to watch Return of the King for the first midnight showing. I remember me and my buddy Joel did it for both
Oh, that was the opening night.
opening night, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
And
cool.
you didn't have to. You could come at midnight if you wanted to, but you could go through them. I remember we did it for The Hobbit, and I turned to Joel and I said, just so you know, I'll be sleeping through the vast
Most of
majority
this.
of of the Hobbit. I remember it was great too. It was just like
Did anybody put The Hobbit in their lists?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
no.
just before I yeah, it's so bad.
But I remember I
So disappointing.
remember when like I started watching The Hobbit and I got to the whole thing of them like throwing the food around and everything, and I was just like, just like
I'm out. I'm out.
I'm out. I'm like, wake me if I'm not up by midnight. Wake me so I can see the final one. You know, but I mean, I woke up somewhere around like 11. You know,
I remember watching. By the way, Lord of the Rings is my number one. Spoiler.
Oh,
I remember watching it with a Lord of the Rings Uber fan, and he was just like quivering at how good it was. You know what I mean? Like it was just like because
yeah.
it's like the best possible outcome of a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really surprised they haven't remade it again, honestly.
You
But
it's a
it's too much, I guess.
above average adaptation, right? Like there's
Yeah.
uh you know with like a few exceptions, I think it does a good job both of being a good movie and being a good adaptation. And
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have everything, but it
yeah,
has almost everything.
yeah, it
Yeah.
has the important stuff, the stuff that they left out.
Yeah, most
Like,
important
okay,
stuff.
cool. That's
They made
fine.
the right choices.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
My number
If you
three.
just sorry to interrupt, one last thing. If you listen to I mean I watched Fellowship so many times. If you listen to the audio commentary of them talking about it, like, and it was like the actors at like towards the end of Fellowship, the commentary, they said, apologies to Tom Bombadil, sorry we couldn't get you in.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you're number three.
My number three was Highlander, but my number two is one that nobody's talked about yet.
Well, hold on one quick second.
I gotta do my number three.
What's your number three?
Number three
Conan
was
the Librarian.
Conan the Librarian.
Conan
Bam! There you
the
go. That was
Barbarian.
my number two. I was going to
Oh
talk
yeah. Well, I
about.
mean, we're all
Oh,
gonna
see,
be Conan's.
we'll talk
Number.
Conan.
I
We'll
know
talk
what I know
Conan
your number
soon.
one, Lance. I'll let you.
We'll talk
about
Conan very soon.
We'll talk Conan in a minute.
But number
But
three
let me do my
was,
number two. My number two
just
is
hold
Excalibur.
on. Number three for Maddie was
Just
Holy
trying to-
Grail. Number three for Scott was Neverending Story. Okay, number two, go.
Excalibur.
Yes, so good.
Mm-hmm.
And my number two is Princess Bride. I mean, it's just I've watched Princess Brides many times over. I get mad, so mad, and I've that when Count Rugen, and I don't know why it's in the goddamn movie, when he says, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You come up," he says, "Stop, say that," instead of
Oh, he
saying
does?
"Stop." Go watch it. He goes, "Stop, say that," instead of
Oh.
"Stop saying that."
That's
and you hear it and you're just like, what? How
is that the only flub in the whole movie?
I mean, pretty much. I mean, the banter is perfect. It's eminently quotable. It's, I mean,
I love the poison scene.
the poison scene is great. It's like,
what is it? What
give us the gate key. I have no gate key. Fezzik, tear his arms off. Oh, you mean this gate key? Just, I mean,
Love was what brings us together.
Never
Yeah.
go against the Sicilian.
When death is on the line. Yeah.
So the kind of
Now in
Death is
love.
on the line.
Woo! Wow. Skip to the end.
Man and wife. Say man and wife.
Yeah. Just to the pain. What's to the pain? I told you he was bluffing. Just yeah. I mean, just it's like I've been in the revenge business for so long, I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's like
Who thought about piracy? You make an excellent dread pirate rogue.
yes, exactly. I mean, yeah, no, it's yeah. I mean, it's just and the fact that you got Peter Falk, reading the story
To Fred Savage.
To Fred Savage, and they keep
in the
cutting
height
back.
of the Fred Savage career arc.
Yeah, I mean, and they keep cutting back. It's like and just it's like you look a little worried. It's like I just no, it's just it's And that's why if you watch that YouTube thing at the very end, it's Rob Reiner laying in bed and Carl Reiner is reading the book to him. And he just says, it's like, will you come back and read it again to me tomorrow, Grandpa? He says, or Dad. He actually says Dad. He says, as you wish. And and Carl Reiner passed away very shortly after that. So, um, yeah, great stuff. Anybody else have a two that we haven't mentioned?
Yes, I have a two. It goes right in line with these Conan the Barbarians that y'all have been talking about. It's Aladdin. Um,
Hey, Aladdin's a great movie.
it's
good.
Aladdin is my favorite classic animated Disney movie, and
Oh, the Disney version.
Did you watch the remake?
I did. It was it's in line with the other remakes.
Yes.
And
Jafar to this day is my favorite villainous character to play.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's a lot of good things about Aladdin.
I can definitely rewatch
I mean,
it a lot.
it's interesting. Another Robin Williams joint.
yeah. Never had a friend, never had a friend.
Yeah.
Never had a friend, never had a friend like me. Aladdin's a good movie.
Yeah. Good songs, good pacing.
That whole era of Disney movies were just really good. Like Lion King, Aladdin, Little Mermaid.
Term is slaps.
What was the
They all
um
slaps.
to this day, I still bust out um Iago, and I say I'm almost dying of not surprise.
Fair.
Just like I will still bust that out. Yeah, the song when he bum ba da da dum da da da, that the Prince Ali, mighty is he, Ali Abadwa. That was good. No, it was. I mean, I just didn't really even consider it because it's like it's a Disney cartoons. They're all kind of fantastical, I mean, like, but yeah, solid choice. Solid choice. Number two, Princess Bride for Matthew. Number two, Lady Hawk for
Ooh, that's
Scott.
pretty high.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
Yeah, I feel
He
like
also was a Rutger Hauer fan.
Lady Hawk. I gotta watch that.
Yeah. I mean,
I got like a list of like 5 or 6 movies I gotta watch tonight now.
No Beastmaster. Did nobody put Beastmaster?
I thought about it.
No,
Beastman, but it's just
I never
it's too
saw
much.
it.
It's too much cheese. It's too much
Too
cheese.
much cheese.
There's the railroad spikes in his footprints. Oh,
No.
so hilarious.
See, to me, Beastmaster and Kroll and Conan, I was watching those all at the same time.
Careful.
And
Careful, Icarus.
Conan
Careful,
the
careful,
sacred-
Icarus.
and so I lumped them all together.
No.
Conan
No.
Beastmaster without animals. That's kind of weird,
No.
right?
Not even. No.
Beastmaster
Okay.
without animals.
So, okay.
But what are you talking about? There are animals in Conan. I mean, James Earl Jones
That's
shot a
snake.
bow with snakes.
Sure.
So,
Animals.
Oh, you remember that giant snake?
yeah.
Yeah.
Number one, Conan the Barbarian. It is
With a broadsword.
so good.
Number one with a broadsword.
It's so, I mean, talk about music. The music, there's a reason why when you sit down and play D&D, so we can listen to some theme music, and it should be, and why should it be Conan the Barbarian? I mean, you just like it's such a it's just a great movie. I mean, yeah, it's did you know that they actually, when they brought Schwarzenegger in to training him how to basically to sword fight. They were basically like he had to go to fencing lessons. They had to have him lose muscle mass because he was too blocky to, like, he didn't have the ability to be
moves.
flexible to do the moves. He had to actually, like, stop training for a little while so he would lose muscle mass so he could do the stuff they wanted him to do. you know, yeah, it's just a great movie. And it accurately represents, if you've read the pulp novels, by which I read all of that garbage, and by garbage I mean it's like all great, but it's all very straightforward, like all that old Robert E. Howard stuff with Conan. It's like guys in this guy was writing these fantasy novels or fantasy short stories, oh, excuse me, flying by the seat of his pants, trying to figure out how to make $10 so he could eat. And he was just like writing this crazy stuff where, like, you didn't think of orcs and dragons. You were like, I need a monster. There's a really big snake, and that was like your monster. I mean, like you have that, or like gorillas, or elephant men, or it was so that was what the stuff that they wrote, and it's it's such an accurate representation. Conan was a thief. That's what he was. He wasn't a fighter. He wasn't a, and this movie, he's a thief.
Yeah.
He,
Well, they
he's
have
a
that whole segment where they get drunk every night or whatever.
Yeah, and it's just, and it's just, and then you have Mako doing the theme, and now my master went forth, and just like it it tells a story of high sorcery, and just and at the very end is so, it still to this day makes me angry when I think about it,
I'm very
because there's the thing. It's like where he goes, it's like, and what, and then a kingdom of his own to rule, and heavy was the crown that rested on my lord's brow. But that is a tale for another time.
Yeah.
And like something like 15 years ago or 20 years ago, they had Conan the King. It was written, they had Schwarzenegger attached, they were going to do it. And something happened where it just didn't get made. Like they were going to have a 50-ish year old Arnold Schwarzenegger come back and be Conan the King. And and sure, it would have probably been just freaking horrible. But I
well.
wanted to
They
see
talk
it.
about the
He was
sequels.
probably filming Twins.
Yeah. I I wanted I wanted to see Conan the King, because Conan the Destroyer wasn't great, but it was okay. But Conan the Barbarian,
It's better than Highlander 2.
well, the bar is set pretty
I
low
mean, that's the
there.
bar. The bar is low.
The bar is low.
But yeah, Conan the Destroyer wasn't great. It was okay.
Yeah, Will
I'd rather have
Chamberlain
it
was
than not. I'd
great.
rather I'd rather have it than not.
Yeah, no, and Grace Jones, and like he had his buddy
Yeah.
the Thief, just like he was
I mean,
great.
that was a D&D movie.
It was a D&D movie.
Yeah, it was.
But oh yeah, Conan, I mean, it's just, I mean, and James Earl Jones was so good. And at the very beginning of that movie, where he just, and like, and he all he has to seek his vengeance, all he has is that pendant with the two serpents on it. That's all he has to track down where it is, and he slowly but surely, and then he sees the cult of Set, and and they've infiltrated the kingdom, and then oh, and they it's like, steel isn't strong, boy. It is the flesh that holds the steel that is strong. That's when he stands there and he goes, come. And the woman just jumps off the cliff, and like, it's like, that is the power of flesh. Just like, oh, you're just like, he's so evil. And he's just so,
Yeah, it is. It's really one of the best villains.
yeah, he's just
Also Doom.
Well, is he also
also
like,
doom.
oh, that was
Doom.
because there's the part where he's confronting him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was wild in my younger days."
No, yeah, because he is, you know, I mean, it was the first reference of like, for you it was your whole life, for me it was Tuesday. I mean, like it's the
Yeah.
first reference of that. He goes, when I was young, yes, I was wild. And now he's like, kind of just, no, I just run this cult now, and just, and then, and like that, the scene where Conan is being chased by the wolves, and he gets into the tomb, the Atlantean tomb, and he takes the Atlantean sword, like the because like if you know the the background of the whole world is like the Atlantic, Atlantis existed but was wiped off the face of the map, and so but their relics of their age are like considered to be multiple. So when he falls into that tomb where there's the king in skeleton, and he's holding the sword, and he takes the sword, and then the king like the it topples over and like just basically bows down to Conan, who takes it and gets the cobwebs off the sword and the riddle of the steel. It's just the fact that at the very beginning when they're forging their weapons, so they like to work the bellows. There's like three people pulling the rope so the bellows can open up and then go down so they can like work this giant forge that his father had. And then the arguments about it's like my god is Crom of the earth. And then if you will not help me now, Crom, I say to hell with you.
Hell would you?
Just let it be known that two stood against many, and just then
But what things did you have on your side list that were
uh
very, very close?
well, most of them got mentioned, like Krull was on Time Bandits was
Oh,
on my
well, Matt's
side.
number one. Matt's number one was Highlander. Scott's number one was Two Towers.
Mm.
My number one is Princess Bride.
Ah,
Well,
Mine-
yeah, but
mine was
I'm not
Solo.
I'm not listening to you anymore as you lump Beastmaster with Conan the Barbarian.
Even Conan the Barbarian music,
ah,
and
you know,
funny
this is era.
the one of the there's songs that just randomly pop into your head for no apparent reason, just all the time. Uh, Mine is the theme song from the Conan cartoon. Uh, and it's not like I watched it a whole ton or anything like that, but for some reason the theme song from that cartoon just
I
like,
don't know the theme song.
yeah, it look it up on YouTube and you'll just be like, okay, sure, whatever. But for some reason it sticks in my head. That one and the Mysterious Cities of Gold theme song uh
Mm.
tend to jump into my head for no apparent reason.
But one of the films, one of the films that didn't make it on the list. And so here's a question: what do you think about 300?
It's not really
didn't-
fantastical.
I like 300.
But it was good. It was good. Yeah.
I didn't put it on the list because 300. There's 300, and then there's the 300 Spartans it was based off of. So I was like,
Yeah.
I like 300. It's not a top 10 for me, but I do like it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie.
So
So
the Beowulf movie, the one with
Antonio
the
Banderas.
animated one in 2007, that made my honorable mention. I thought they did a good job
it was all right.
representing Beowulf.
13th Warrior.
So Willy Wonka.
That was on my that was under consideration as
Is
well.
Willy Wonka a fantasy movie?
I mean, maybe, yeah, sure.
I mean, I guess if Pleasantville is, and Big Fish, I don't know.
I mean, it's up to your interpretation, I guess.
I know I didn't put it on there because I went hard fantasy.
Mm-hmm. I figured that was the intent, but I left 300 off because of that 300 Spartans, which I did an analysis of it recently, and it was like the totally different, same topic, same sort of plot, but two totally different films. It's crazy.
What is the other
Hmm.
film? 300
It's called the
Spartans.
300 Spartans.
Oh, okay.
It was done like in the late 60s, early 70s, and it is hyper like it
60s.
it's not really an action film. It's more the discussion of um the Spartans are out there, but the movie itself is more the debate of are we going to support the Spartans out there and talking in the Senate, and
Oh, it's more of a talkie
it's
movie.
like a political drama movie.
Okay.
It's really interesting how they go, okay, we're taking that, now we're going to make it hyper focused on the action side. So I was like, oh, it's weird.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
I didn't put any Studio Ghibli films in
That's
because
good.
I would straight up put Kiki's Delivery Service on there. Love that movie.
I'm gonna bounce now because it's
Well, I was gonna say
That's 1 o'clock.
it's almost 1, so I guess we can, cut short this short episode that missed an hour and a half.
Short episode.
Yeah,
My bad.
but no, you're fine, brother. We'll have to do. I'll come up with another a listicle that we can work on for next week.
Oh, we're
as
gonna
well.
do sci-fi or no?
Sci-fi with no
Okay,
Star,
well, we'll
no
do
Star Trek.
sci-fi, no Star Trek or
No Star Trek or no Star Trek or Star Wars.
no Star Trek or Star Wars.
Or,
Can't even
or,
mention
property, or properties of.
yeah, or properties of those.
I'm already know what number one's going to be for everybody. It's a no-brainer.
You do?
We'll just see. I'm going to write it down right
Write it
now.
down. You tell me if
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. This is all over the place.
that's a lot. There's a lot of movies in sci-fi.
Yeah, the's
Yeah, but there's only one best one.
and science fiction movies can absolutely be like, like hard sci-fi, like they're real, but they're still science fiction, right? I mean, so it's a weird, yeah. Anyway, what you seem to think is easy, I think you are going to be surprised.
No. Best film ever.
Oh, okay.
I'm curious
All right.
what it is now. You saw.
Yeah, I am too. But all right, everybody.
Yes,
Well,
gone are the days of the 6-hour booms. We're all aging out of this 6-hour, 2 a.m.,
Yeah.
3 a.m., 4 a.m. stuff.
got too much stuff going on.